living with loss. Help your children and yourself to cope with death, divorce and the end of friendships. Children experience loss very acutely. Often they manage their feeling of with support from parents, teachers and other adults in their lives. An attitude of empathy is crucial during any kind of loss. Parents should try to tune into what the child is feeling and needing, but this will differ from child to child and the particular loss which he or she is confronted. It's important to respect your child's reaction to an event. Children don't feel less pain just because they're little, so bear this in mind and don't push a chin up, get over it approach. Death of a parent. The death or loss of a parent is probably the most difficult thing for a child to deal with. The surviving parent or parent substitute plays a vital role in helping a grieving child to deal with the loss. In the case of death or permanent loss of a parent, urgent measures should be put in place to help the child to process. What matters most is your ability to allow the child to take you by hand and lead you through their grief and your willingness to listen, which shows that they are cared for. Developmentally children. Not to 3 years old, separation of any kind is very frightening and feels like death. The concept of death is therefore the same as absence. 3 to 5 years old, children are aware of death, but it isn't experienced as permanent. They still see dead people as having life and consciousness, and death is both temporary and reversible. 5 to 9 years old. Death is personified, much like the boogeyman. And there's an increased acceptance that death is real and permanent. Kids in this age group might deny death, though, and also believe that if you're good, you live. But if you're bad, you'll die. Until about 7, children also think that their own actions and thoughts can cause death. 9 years old and onwards, children start recognizing death as the end of physical life, and understand that it's part of life. Apart from seeking professional help, base your support on the following 5 steps. Beware of the child's specific developmental level in terms of his level of his or her perception. Truth about death. Recognize the grieving process, anger, and take time to work through it. Commemorate the deceased person in both formal and informal ways. Memorials, planting trees or flowers, making a memory book, releasing balloons, etc. Implement practical planning about how to go on in spite of loss based on your own values and your unique family situation. Find comfort in your particular faith. Play is the best way for children to work through their feelings. Depending on their age, they can write letters, draw, build something, punch a pillow, use drum through puppets, explore their feelings via art or music, or do role-playing and ask questions.